Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. This one is actually, it's the next round of that tournament I played in. I'm against HjalleNalle, I think it's pronounced, possibly HjalleNalle, not sure. But you'll see it at the end. I think it's HjalleNalle. That's what I think it is. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. So, basically, here I'm going Beastmen against Lizardmen, which I quite like usually. It's a pretty good matchup, I think. So here I've got some Ungor Spearmen in the front, just for something a bit cheap. I've got some Bestigors for that armor piercing to help with Saurus warriors. So pin stuff down, do some damage. Also got some Ungor Raiders to apply some pressure onto units, which is always useful. Also got Morga the Shadow Gave, because I find he's very resilient, and those Chaos Spawn can be very useful for sort of bogging things down well. So I do like that. Also I have a Shadow Wizard, and I put him on a, what's it called, chariot. So that way he can, you know, sort of plough through a lot of the infantry, which is very useful, and also he can run away from dinosaurs, so that's also handy. I've also got Minotaurs with great weapons. Might have gone with a shielded variant, but I like the anti-large. These are basically my dinosaur killers. Yeah, that's kind of the plan with these guys. I really do like Minotaurs in this matchup. Only having one though can be a bit risky. They can get focused down pretty quickly. So, but as long as you get value out of them, nice and early, it'll be pretty good. Especially if I can pin a lot of stuff down. So it should be good. So also, I've got 2 units of Tentacles of great weapons with some Chaos Warhounds of Poison, and I got the same on the other side as well. So I think that's my army done. Cool. Okay, so let's look at what HjalleNalle brought. Or whatever it is. I think HjalleNalle. Anyway, so Chameleon Skinks. Chameleon Skinks always pretty damn useful. They get a lot of damage in, and they're really hard to actually wipe out. They're a real pain in the ass. So also he's got some Skink cohort with javelins, which I think are really useful. The javelins do so much work against a lot of Beastmen units. They're really useful. Just having that extra utility with the javelins, I think, is really good. And of course, they're just Skink warriors. They got all the same stats as Skinks do. So you're just paying extra for the chariots? No, the javelins. If they had chariots, that'd be awesome. Anyway, so more javelins to the front line, more on the side. So a lot of things that can sort of skirt away my lightly armoured Centaurs, which is very cool. And yeah, the Chameleon Skinks are doing a pretty good job of it too. And he's using his 2 Bastillodons here to chip away at their health as well. He's also got some Saurus warriors with shields in the middle. And what has he got? 4 units of those? Yep, 4 units of them. He's also got a Skink Chief just on foot, not a Pterodon, which is pretty refreshing, to be honest. You always see him on Pterodons. He's also got Mazdamundi, who's, you know, can be very useful. Very good spell utility. He's got his missile resist on that thing as well, so I can't really chisel away at him with Ungor Raiders as easily, which is a shame. He's also got some Ungor Spears in the back. Not Ungor Spears, Saurus Spears. I'm getting everything wrong today. It's not even that hot today. I'm not melting like I was yesterday. I've got no excuse. Anyway, so we're going to speed things up and see how it goes. So straight away, he's done a lot of damage to my Chaos Warhounds. Their leadership is not good, so they're not going to last too long. But I'm trying to get around the sides with them while I charge in into the middle. So you see here, he's got a lot of these guys on the run. I use a Melkoth to slow these guys down and get some damage in there. And I do actually charge into the Saurus Warriors to get some damage in, and I'll pull out again. So here I'm getting my Centaurs to sort of, you know, change direction, catch these guys unawares slightly, and I can collapse on top of them with a bit more stuff. So at this point, I forgot that I had Minotaurs. Yeah, this is about the time of the battle where I completely forgot I had Minotaurs. I should have been just force pathing them onto the Bastillodons, and I would have got so much work done. Fortunately, these Centaurs are really suffering. These guys are coming in. They're going to get some work into all of this lot. I did get my Ungor Raiders to shoot the Chameleon Skinks a bit as well. Got these guys firing in, and you see that Banishment has done a ton of work to my Ungor Spears. So that's really rough. But I got Bestigors charging in here. The Bestigors do well against the Saurus Warriors, and I get some good damage to the Bastillodons. So still chasing people around in the back. So I'm after the Skink cohort with javelins, so they can't turn around and throw the javelins at me. I've also got some Chaos Spawn on top of these Skinks. They're going to get a lot of work done. And my Spearmen may hold a little bit here, but not too much. It's just to hold them in initially. So taking out one of the Chameleon Skinks, and I'm going to charge into the next lot. See the javelins are being thrown, and they will get a lot of damage in. So I'm trying to go back and forth a bit, which is nice. Here I'm getting some good cheap damage into these Skinks as well. You know, I'm shooting their sides; they're not getting the benefit of shields. So nice cheap damage. But unfortunately, my Centaurs in the back here got really screwed over, and so have my Bestigors. Just so much stuff in here fighting them, and without actually using my Minotaurs to punch through this stuff, that's not great. Also, not using my Brave Shaman to the best of his abilities when he's just standing there. I should be cycling him through all of these units, as I'm trying to do with my Centaurs around the place. So that's a bit rough. So here I'm chasing these guys off while these Centaurs are trying to deal with these. I've got some Centaurs coming back so they can get thrown back into the mix. And here I am finally bringing my Brave Shaman in here to try and do some work. And he will actually do pretty well, actually, against a lot of these units. Spearman, probably not the best thing to have him against, but if he just keeps charging through things, he'll get a lot of work done. So I've got a lot of people coming back. He's netting me here, which is great, because he's got his Bastillodons firing into this clump, and that's getting a lot of work done. These Minotaurs are getting completely screwed, because they're fighting Spearmen, when they should be fighting these big dinosaurs. So, yeah, guys, if you're going to bring something expensive like Minotaurs, remember that you have them. That's my top tip for today. Remember that you have units that you brought. That's always really vital in any matchup. So yeah, remember that you have things. That's yeah, good advice. So here you can see I'm dealing with all this stuff on the outskirts, which is great, but he's still got some very sturdy things in the front line here, which are going to be very hard to take out, especially because my Minotaurs are all but screwed, which is annoying. If I'd sent these Minotaurs over here, and got these Ungors just to pin down the Spearmen, you know, I could have got a lot of work done. These guys would not be able to get half as much, you know, efficiency in here as possible. So here he did a very wise job against Saurus Warriors to back these guys up. So I can't stay in this fight, unfortunately. Luckily, though, these guys are rampaging now. So that's good news. So he won't have a lot of control over these guys. I will be able to start pulling them out different places. Annoyingly, his Chameleon Skinks did come back, as did his other skink cohort over there. It's just so hard to punish these guys. To shut them down for good takes ages, and I needed resources in the middle again, so I had to pull out of that. So over here, Morga is just fighting a load of Saurus Warriors and skink cohorts, which is annoying. I'd like him on more expensive targets, but at least that's this is a lot of stuff wrapped up by Morga right now, so that's okay. So Minotaurs, I remember I had them because they broke, and I went, oh right, they're there. Oh no. So they'll be coming back in. Here I'm using the Bray Shaman, trying to harass this stuff, and slow them down a bit while I get some shots off with my Ungor Raiders, which definitely helps. They are getting whittled down pretty well here, but he's still got the big dinosaurs. And yes, I do have the Centaurs with great weapons, but you see, they are getting pretty injured now. So they're finally shatter those Chameleon Skinks. So now I can get back in here and do some work. So I do actually go for the Bastillodons, I believe. And this was a point of contention with Darv, I think, who was casting this actually. He was thinking I should have just gone for the for Lord Mazdamundi here and shut him down quickly. And yeah, maybe I could have done, but I wanted to alleviate this pressure, you know, get these guys in and just break this stuff. So that way I could focus on Mazdamundi with everything I had left at the end. And you see, I've done a lot of work to this Bastillodon. He is suffering very, very badly here from these Centaurs, and very quickly as well. So that's great. So I'm getting a lot of work done there. But unfortunately, he's bolstering the leadership, he's got Apotheosis to keep him healthy, and he's causing fear. And of course, all my units are really crap when it comes to leadership, so even fear is actually going to have a pretty big factor. So Ungor Raiders are coming back. Unfortunately, he's got some very haggard units coming back. Morga did manage to break that stuff, so he's charging out. I'm leaving the Skink Chief for now, because I'm trying to basically just chase this way a bit. So here you can see the Saurus Warriors are starting to suffer, but my Centaurs are really starting to suffer here. It's just a massive blob, and these guys need to keep charging. So, and yeah, without the Poison Warhounds in there poisoning stuff, it's rough. So I've got some cheap spears running in. But you see, I am suffering just too much with my big dinos. That is not good. They're not my big dinos, my big dino killers, I suppose. So that's really rough. Also, my Bray Shame has taken a lot of damage, but I'm still going to try and harry things with him. So hopefully he'll actually get that charge off. Nope, he won't. Okay, he's just going to sit there. Fine. So here I'm getting my Ungor Raiders to run away from the Skink cohort while I get them with the Poison Warhounds. So still getting shot at, which is annoying. And at the moment, just with the Apotheosis keeping these guys going, it does a lot of healing. It does an awful lot of healing, so most of my work has been undone there. So probably should have just gone straight for Mazdamundi. But the thing I was worried about is the Bastillodons just basically turning around and shooting into the clump that Mazdamundi was in. Because, yeah, these guys being able to fire, they can do a lot of damage against, against my Centaurs. So that was really rough. So I have managed to wrap this stuff up. They're shattered now. So load of units are shattering across the board, mine and his. So, but he's still got a lot of big dinosaurs, and I'm running out of answers for them very quickly. So yeah, I've got Morga. He'll be able to duel this stuff a bit, but he's going to get knocked over a lot. And unfortunately, yeah, Laser Lizard hits the Bray Shaman. That's enough to break him. And he's still got this bloody Skink Chief as well, so his leadership is still totally fine, and mine is definitely having issues. So here he uses a Call of Violence, not sure why. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyway, so here, trying to charge, he counter-charges. And yeah, just this one unit, it's not going to hold up against these dinos. So that's really rough. So Mazdamundi now, he may as well just start chasing down my archers, because I've got nothing else that I can throw at him to stop him. So it's basically just down to, down to Morga here, and these just haggard units of Ungor. Like, I'm charging the Chameleon Skinks. I do definitely have the health advantage here, so should be able to win in a sustained fight, but yeah, with Mazdamundi running around and everything, it's yeah, it may not happen. Oh, there we go. So to get rid of them pretty quick. That's nice. So now the Ungol Raiders are getting chased by the next lot. Morga still getting shot by these laser lizards that are both very healthy. I am getting some spearmen back there, but you know, that's not a whole lot. Here, obviously, with Mazdamundi chasing. Really, I should have just turned around and attacked the skinks, I think. They've taken far too much damage from Mazdamundi. It would be nice to break another unit before Mazdamundi kills them all. So over here, I do get something back. Chaos Warhounds of Poison. Ooh, that's something. But it's basically just down to Morga at this point, and too many dinos. Too many dinos left. And yeah, if I'd got the Minotaurs on top of these guys while I had everything pinned, they would have got torn to shreds. So guys, don't forget that you have things just, oh, so dumb, so dumb. So that's a real pity, because yeah, without these guys, I think I would have taken them apart, and I could have taken these guys apart very quickly early on. But no, they've got maximum value out of this, because they've almost run out of ammo. They're in melee a lot of the time too, doing damage. Just one apotheosis managed to get them both, you know, to a healthy enough point. So here, you know, trying to catch up to with Morga, and I try and get him with the Chaos Warhounds to slow him down so Morga can actually get to him, but they shatter immediately. So that's game. That is game. So, yeah, really sad, because I did actually throw a curveball at him. I think, because he said, oh, I wasn't expecting those Centigors. I think he was expecting just a load of Centigors with throwing axes, honestly. So he wasn't expecting me to be so aggressive on the flanks. I think he was hoping to just whittle me down and screen, you know, my unit, so I'd have no choice but to retreat with my throwing axes, or, you know, just basically lose out on all that armor piercing from their missiles, you know, by charging them into that stuff. So, yeah, so I was able to wrap up his flanks a lot quicker than I think he was expecting. You know, with all the javelins and things, they're all great for screening units, like Centigors are great weapons, but as soon as you get into combat with them that quickly, you know, they just don't get that value anymore, because they don't get the use of their javelins. So I think that's what he was expecting, and so I definitely threw him a curveball, but it didn't matter. I completely misused my Minotaurs, and that definitely cost me the game, I think. I mean, it would have been close, I reckon, but yeah, just having these guys, you know, going for his Bastillodons, oh, I could have torn them apart. I could have just completely decimated them, especially, you know, with the Centigors coming in from the other flank as well. Yeah, I could have completely just screwed them over, and these guys got a lot of value. I mean, look at that, 80 and 93 kills. That is a lot of kills, and a lot of that was, you know, valuable targets, and they were getting a lot of damage into things like my Spellcaster and Morga. And actually, take that out, my Spellcaster, 134 kills. So yeah, that Chariot definitely didn't go to waste, and pretty happy with how my Centigors did. You know, one unit I think got taken out pretty early, but you know, the rest performed brilliantly. One of my Chaos Warhounds had a fantastic time. 92 kills, beautiful. So, you know, I think I got good value out of some stuff, but the Minotaurs were just complete waste. I completely mismicroed those. So, whoops, my bad. But, yeah, really well played to HjalleNalle, though. He went on to get pretty far in the tournament, I think. I think he went out in the, I think it was the semi-finals, I think. So, yeah, he did really well. So, yeah, I'm not yeah, I'm not bitter about it at all. Definitely a great player, and this was actually the first time I played him, so it's definitely good. Definitely good to play someone new. It's always fun. So yeah, thanks for the game, HjalleNalle. There was another game we played actually, but I won't be showing that one because it's just another Skaven game, and I've played so many Skaven matches on the channel lately. Needless to say, I catch out a lot of his flying units with Howling Warp Gale. You know, use gutter runners to just decimate them, but his front line just tears mine to pieces, and Krokgar just feasts on Skrolk. It's pretty grim, but yeah, it's definitely well played by HjalleNalle there. So really cool game, really enjoyed it. It was an absolute pleasure playing in that tournament, although I only, you know, got one round in. I was pretty happy with how I did. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.